What's good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning back in to the Forgecast. We're excited to host episode 3. We had a little quicker turnaround this time, so thank you for staying with us throughout the process.
We said we was going to get more consistent, so
yeah, we trying to.
Here we are.
Baby steps.
Baby step.
As you know, I'm Seth.
Bye.
Jonathan.
Kobe.
And you'll see Eli pop up in a few minutes. He'll probably just literally pop up, so don't be surprised when that happens. But once again, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to the Content Factory for hosting us per usual. But let's get this ball rolling. So first and foremost, as y'all know, our main or first segment of the day is a better way to put it, is the warm-up. So as usual, we talk about whatever we want. So I'll get the ball rolling a little bit. Who y'all think going number 1 overall in the draft? Realistically. I mean,
Mendoza.
It should be.
Yeah, Mendoza.
I think it will be.
I ain't gonna lie.
He going. No
Fernando, I ain't even gonna lie. He like that.
Y'all think he's the best quarterback in the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I think with Ty Simpson playing like he did that 4 or 5 game stretch span, he is for sure.
Yeah.
If he
That
was
ain't crazy to
consistent.
say that.
I agree.
That ain't crazy to say that. You know what I mean? Ty.
He look good in the
Yeah, he do. He
did
do.
look good
He
in the
did. He did. But Mendoza, man, he got that dog mentality.
Yeah.
Like, he really do.
Yeah.
Nah, he was willing Indiana to win in that.
Nah, for real.
He really do.
That boy put his body on him.
And I was gonna say, I feel like that's what separate him and Ty, though. You know what I mean? Like, Ty, the lights is a little bit too bright at times. You know what I mean?
Allegedly, they
and
say.
that's saying that as a Bama fan too. You know
Yeah,
what I
me
mean?
too,
But
yeah.
like,
They say Ty was hurt though, and he
Yeah, they
lost
say-
like 15, 20 pounds or something
They
crazy.
did say that.
Real?
I think it was something wrong
Yeah.
with his back.
He lost like he was like 190, and when he reported to the combine, he had beef back up, got healthy, and he's like 215.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, they said he was dealing with some illness.
Yeah, illness and a broken rib or something. So, but yeah, I think Mendoza's gonna be straight. I just don't know if he got a like NFL arm.
I mean,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
going to he going to the Raiders, bro.
The Raiders making some moves.
Yeah, they trying to get they getting picks.
Some
Yeah.
first round picks though.
No,
I
two
ain't
first
mad
round,
at
two
it.
first
I ain't
round.
mad at
And
it.
y'all already got the first overall pick.
Yep.
And
So who do you think won that deal? Do you think the Ravens won the deal? Or you think the Raiders won the deal?
I feel like
For-
I feel like it's even.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. For what they need, each respectively. Like the Ravens, they got a good defense. They need a defensive coordinator because they were awful last season. But the Raiders, as you know, they ain't got nothing, not a thing.
Exactly.
And they traded Geno Smith too, so
Yeah.
they
No,
opened up.
No,
that
they just
position.
released him.
Released them. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
fault. But yeah,
That was a good move.
it was garbage.
Had to make room.
But yeah, as we were discussing, Eli, you said the Ravens.
The Raiders might have won. It
Raiders
depends on
might-
who they pick. Like
Yeah.
you say, it depends on who they pick.
True. I ain't gonna lie.
But they got 2 first rounds though.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
When it's already the number 1 pick.
yeah, exactly. So that's
That is major. They need that, bro. That franchise is in the dump.
Speaking of the Raiders, how we feel about that comment about between Lamar and Kyler Murray? Say that
you know.
But I ain't see that. What
I
happened?
ain't see
where
that.
Ryan Clark said
I did see that.
Raiders would be more of a contender with Kyler Murray
Then
than
Lamar
Jackson.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
a,
like
he's a
that was for
bozo.
views.
That's just
Clickbait.
rage.
Had to be for view.
That's just rage, babe, bro.
Literally.
Insane.
Like, are we serious?
There's no way.
There's no way he really believes that.
There's Lamar had what, 2 MVPs, bro?
Yeah, that's
Like,
rage.
Like, what are you talking about?
Insane.
Just saying stuff.
But Kyler Murray might go play baseball though.
Yeah, this one is looking like
I'm about to say, yeah, he probably won't hurt.
you was wrong, baby.
I was gonna say that's not a bad move to me.
They got drafted in both.
Yeah.
I'd go play baseball if I was him.
It's
I
just,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
it's probably hard to get like big guaranteed money like it is in football.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Smaller teams.
His NFL career has been
Questionable.
On decline. Though.
on a
Yeah, bro couldn't even beat out Brissett for. Brissett been hooping us. So I can't not.
He was turning up.
Yeah, he was.
Jacoby Brissett came and snatched his job.
I mean, the better man wins. That's how it happened for.
Yeah.
If y'all notice anything different, which is the attire, the main reason why we're doing that is because, just to switch up the vibe a little bit, give you an idea of, we're not all just about comfort and, the trendy streetwear and all that. And to sort of give an idea of what it takes, to present yourself in a little more professional manner. So we're going to transition a little bit and get into that if it makes sense. Some things that you can take with you if you're around the same age as us, look in a transitional period, going from undergrad, going from high school to the real world, if you will. Some things, some gems that you can, apply to your life, and hopefully that'll help you with this very confusing time in your life, which, in all honesty, I believe none of us have it down pat for real.
Nah.
No, we're
We just figuring out on the day.
We figuring out day by day for real.
Literally. But, so off of that, as you can see, calm, wear from everybody. If everybody want to give a quick rundown, it's nothing crazy, though.
I mean, just got the little polo on with the khakis and the J. I mean,
Yeah, make it what
I
you
feel
want.
like, exactly, just make it how you want to make it. You ain't always got to wear the designer or, this ain't the most expensive setup. The shoes,
Exactly.
they kind of expensive, I'm not going to lie. But, like, the khakis, you can get these for, like, $30 from, like, Kohl's. The polo, $50, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
$30, you know what I mean? You ain't got to spend no crazy money to look good, so. What about y'all? I see everybody got quarter zips on. Like real talk.
I look for mine.
We're not Nike Tech boys no more. We quarter zips.
I'm matching.
Quarter zips.
But no, I think it's just like, what's trending now, just the little quarter zip look. But anything, that elevates your look even slightly, especially when you step into that professional realm will help. Like you said, just to, even if it's like calm slacks, tech pants, whatever the case may be, you are what you.
Yeah, I was
you-
about to, the attire is like the first thing people gonna
Exactly.
notice. You
You
know
are
what I
what you
mean?
present.
Exactly.
Simply
Yeah.
because if you look like us,
That is very true. That is very true. As black men, you know what I mean?
I already
Like,
got 2 strikes.
exactly. I got tattoos and stuff, but I'm not afraid to show them because like I still got a clean look to me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like, you ain't always gotta like hide who you are. You know what I mean? As black men too. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I still got twists in my hair and all that, but I walk into interviews looking just how I am. They're like, hey, this man pretty sharp. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like,
shoulders.
exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. So.
A big part of apparel and it's just like confidence. You just got to be confident in what you wear. Because I mean, if you walk in there and you nervous and you checking your fit out all the time, and then it's just people they're not gonna think that you just comfortable in what you're wearing. So you just got to be confident in your own skin and what you're wearing.
Most definitely. At the end of the day, you could dress how you want. Take that with a grain of salt. Don't go in a professional environment. Pajamas. But I'm sure you have a set out guideline. But make it yours. Present yourself accordingly.
For young men, watches.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Watches.
I was
Watches.
jealous. I knew,
Got it.
man. I lost all my wristwear. I
Gotta
can't
get
get
you
lie.
I'm not there yet. I just got an Apple Watch.
I mean, that don't matter. Though. Like
Too, man.
it can be an Apple Watch or it can be a regular. I mean, just get you a watch or just get you something,
Timepiece, yeah,
some
that
type
is.
of timepiece.
That helps for sure. But on that note of like business, if you will, like what are some tips when you that you would give to somebody who's looking for a professional role, especially like interview process, job search, things like that? If y'all have any gems, that is.
I was gonna say I just completed like a bunch of interviews too, and I recently just got a new job. So like, I'll glory to God. But I would say what I tell people is have a conversation with the interviewer. You know what I mean? Like, be relaxed. It's almost like you interviewing them as much as they interviewing you.
Facts.
They want to have a conversation with you. So when you approach an interview like conversation based, it's almost easier to talk. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you gotta have a perfect answer. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. You ain't gonna say exactly what they looking for. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
I feel like when you approach it like that, you have a different mindset and have a different outcome.
And when you do go into an interview, do have questions because just like Cody
Exactly.
said, you interviewing them as much as they interviewing you, and you might have things that you wondering about that they might not ask you about, and if you ask no questions, then you won't even know till say you get the job. So
Facts.
you do need to have about a solid, I'd say 5 to 10 questions maybe that you could ask the interviewer, and maybe ask them a good 3 out of the 10. Just the 3 most important questions that you have out of the 10. So do come prepared with questions.
For sure.
You got 3?
Off the top of the
Oh, I have to tell you
off the
that.
top of my
Yeah,
head.
you got 3?
I got one.
What's up?
3 what?
What does success look like in this role?
Ooh, that's a good one. I always ask that too.
Because that'll give you a blueprint for how to work.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's how quickly can you grow in the company?
I like, dang, you stole that out the top of my head. I ain't gonna lie. Also, I think what also happened to the last person in the role too,
Yeah.
because I feel like it kind of gives you a sense of like what's going on inside the company. You know what I mean? If maybe they got promoted, that's probably a good sign for you. You know what I mean? Like in this role, I can grow.
Yeah.
But maybe like, hey, they was like, hey, they just left up and left. Like, hey, that can be a red flag.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So.
And I got one thing: you can't be robotic in an interview. You have to still show your personality. Because if everybody comes in the interview, natural people are gonna be like, oh, they're gonna be quick and easy with their answers. You can't do that. You gotta show something that separates you from everybody else. Now, not anything crazy, obviously, but take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
within reason. Yeah.
Sure.
Also, another tip I would say is, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm big on like the details, like fragrance, for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's impression. So like, young men out there, particularly, get yourself some cologne or something. You know what I'm saying? It could be. You don't gotta be Dolce and Gabbana. It
don't have to be $400.
Exactly. Just a small thing, that helps you elevate what you present. That's all. But yeah,
I will say it is a good investment too, though.
Oh,
if
for
you
sure.
can spend the money
For sure.
to get you a good
nicer,
elevate, exactly. Yeah,
for
definitely
sure.
go ahead and get you that nice.
Try to get a nice little rotation.
You
too.
feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
three go-to colognes.
You feel me? I gotta do myself.
And when you do spray cologne, you got to put it on the
Hot points.
the hot points.
Yeah.
Your neck,
Definitely.
your wrist. Just
Wipe down.
get one that matches you. You know what I'm saying? Because it be some people that they'll be look like us and have like a fruity cologne, and it don't even.
I get what you mean.
That is
It
true
don't
though.
work.
I will say, yeah, that is
Yes,
important.
I
though.
mean,
You know,
everybody got their own vibe
They
or
do. They
preferences when it comes to fragrance, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And that's
too.
why I said try to get multiple different ones. I have different ones for different occasions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Big
want my loud stuff for like.
Exactly.
Say I'm going to an interview.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to smell
like you going on a date, like you know what I mean? Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Gotta match the vibe.
Sure.
I ain't gonna lie. What's one fragrance you had that you really like? If you have a special one?
It's what's it called? The dang. I was gonna say I look. You gotta put. Dang, what's it called? It's the gold. Look like a human.
I know you.
I forgot
Like
what it's
a-
called.
oh,
It got the
John-
black lines.
Jean Paul Gaultier.
The Gaultier, yeah, John Paul
yeah.
Gaultier, yeah, man. That's my go-to. I ain't even
My
gonna lie.
personal favorite, Givenchy Gentleman. Yeah, y'all.
Okay, all right.
I
You got any
got
favorites?
I got two. I got the Versace, the one that's in the blue bottle with the
Oh, I think I know
with the gold.
I got the Versace. I got that one too.
Arrow.
I got it.
I don't have it, but
I got
know
the
you're
blue. Is it
talking
the
about.
blue? Is it
Yeah,
the blue? I got the blue.
yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
I think I got one. I think my mom found it for me like in Ross, which is crazy, but it's Black is Black. I don't know who it's by, but it's called Black is Black, and it.
There's some hidden gems.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's the John Paul Gaultier though.
Yeah.
I know
It's
you're
like,
talking about.
yeah, I love that one.
I like the. I got YSL. Myself, I think it's called.
I was gonna say that's what I'm gonna get next.
good one.
I'm gonna get
That's
that
really
YSL.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Super good. But yeah, usually I like the gatekeep, but we sharing the love.
I was gonna say that's my only one. That's the only one I saw.
I ain't giving no more
That's what I'm saying.
cake.
Exactly, bro.
No more free game.
Also that bad boy Cobalt.
Oh, I got that. I got it too. That go crazy. You should have kept that one. That's one of the ones. I can't lie. I got that one, but yeah. So as you can
What
see,
y'all know about that Creed though?
Creed Ventus. That's smooth too.
I was gonna say I heard that's a little overrated though.
Yeah, to me it's a little. The one
I
I,
never bought
smelled
it.
is a little powdery, if that makes sense, like baby
what you
powder.
mean. I know
So
what you
mean.
it's a little bit, but everybody got their own preferences.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah.
and you got to that thing about colognes. There are water-based colognes. There are
Oil-based.
oil-based
For
colognes.
sure.
Oil-based is way better.
Yeah, they last
It's like
Parfums.
last
Yeah,
way
parfum.
longer. And then there are other things. There's body oils and
yup,
other things of that nature. But cologne is
for sure.
yeah. Cologne is
Yeah.
You don't realize it when you're younger, but the older you get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You
not
should
even.
take a
Yeah,
shower
elevate.
first, for sure.
Facts. You gotta have good hygiene.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
on
Don't
top-
mask that.
on
Don't
top of
mask
that-
your smell with cologne.
Oh yes, you can't go in the interview musty and just think.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna hide the.
I know
funk.
y'all remember like in elementary school, we used to have like PE
that Axe
and
body
like
spray.
midday, which is crazy if you think about it. We used to have PE at like noon, and then we didn't really take showers in middle school.
not-
We didn't even have time for it.
You
You didn't
can't.
have time for it, and then you go back to class sweaty and musty,
Musty.
covered in Axe. I'm like,
What?
woo!
Axe body spray.
That was crazy.
That's like a canon event.
And I used to go crazy in PE.
playing
I played my heart. No, mine exactly. No, bro.
PE was like
NBA finals in
the
there.
Olympic Games, bro.
Man, I had to earn my stripes. That's how everybody knew it was an athlete. For real.
It was some good times, man.
That's how you got known throughout the school. PE,
Man.
What? Mat ball, boy.
Kickball, mat ball legend.
Man.
That used to be great memories. I remember
I don't think
Like the little girls used to get pelted in the face. There's always that one girl that used to get hurt. I'm like, dang, bro, I'm just trying to play.
I wish Aaron was here, bro. He could.
Yeah, he wasn't on exactly.
get too mad.
But Aaron,
in my class, man.
But yeah, so yeah, when it comes to business presentation, it's more than just your looks. It's how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. Obviously, as part of looks, but fragrance, small details, everything from mindset to physical presentation.
because people will smell you before they see you. So
Oh yeah, for sure. That could be a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
Facts.
Make sure it's a good thing.
Exactly.
Let's make sure it's a good thing.
But yeah, so
Also, diverting a little bit from the business, the women, they really like a man that smell good. So,
for
fellas,
sure.
fellas,
That's just bonus points, bro.
so go get you some cologne
Yeah.
if you want some women.
Smell good, look good, feel good. Gotta throw it in there. But so this was sort of the main segment for today, what we just touched on. But sort of building off that, is there like anything recently in y'all's work lives, y'all personal lives, that's like, dang, this really caused me to calm down and think? That is from the last time. I know it's only been a few weeks, but anything that sticks out to y'all that could be a lesson to anybody out there.
I'll say this as well. As of right now, I'm not gonna say I'm not in a bad position by any means, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not where I want to be at. So
Facts.
a lot of times, I'm not gonna say I struggle with it, but I'm like, dang, I need to do more. I need to do more. I need to do more. And that's a good thing because you shouldn't get comfortable where you're at. Even if you're up top, you should always want to strive for more and all that. But as a man, I feel like you said, comparison is the biggest thief of joy. You go on social media and you look at what other people are doing, you're going to be like, I'm not doing anything. And that's not necessarily the case, but you just can't compare yourself to everybody else.
That's facts.
Nah,
And,
for real.
I mean, I do think that, like you said, you're not satisfied, which is, I mean, you shouldn't be satisfied. You should keep working for sure. But I think all of us need to realize that, we are 23 and 24. I mean, doing. I feel like, I mean, if we being honest, I feel like we doing good for most people our age. Because I mean, it could be so much worse. If you want to be honest, we
God
could
has
be
been
so
good
much
to
worse.
us. Definitely.
God
So,
definitely been good too.
I think part of it is just realizing that, hey, we kind of new to the workforce. We not gonna sit here and make $1 million overnight. So,
Facts,
I want it now.
as much as we might want them things, we just need to, hey, take time and enjoy being 24. Enjoy being young in the workforce, and just try to soak up as much as we can from other coworkers who are who have been in the workforce for 15, 20, maybe 30 years, and try and just be a sponge as much as you can.
Oh, for sure. All right, my fault, I didn't cut you off. I agree with that. A thing that really sticks out to me when I think about this, because I think about this stuff all the time. Like, dang, am I doing what I want to do? Am I where I want to be when it comes to future aspirations? Something that really sticks out to me, I don't know where I got it from. Maybe I made it up, but I think, like, ambition is a gift and a curse, because, like, not only is it a good thing.
That boy, I don't know if I made it up.
I don't know.
I think you did, bro. That's the first time I
don't know if I read
it
it somewhere or not.
Nah,
but,
that's the first I have. You probably
it really is, though,
about,
for real, because, like, if you think about it, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But that also comes with the caveat that if you're not grateful for where you're at, you'll never be satisfied. And that can be a slippery slope,
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wrong with being motivated. But, like, at the end of the day, if you're in a situation where, you would have wished for 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, take time to appreciate that.
Facts.
Facts. Because we take, things for granted. So I do that myself. I'm thinking about, I probably will start law school soon to be a lawyer. So, but like, it's just me like, dang, I want to be a lawyer right now. I don't want to have to go back to school. And I'm like I'm jumping in front of the gun, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, take a beat and just appreciate where you at, because God knows we didn't have to be where we are. So that's something I think about.
Yeah, stay present.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just
Exactly.
that's just the biggest thing, you know what I mean? Like Sil said, I feel like all that anxiety, worry, those just negative feelings come from you not staying present. It comes from dwelling on the past, or it comes from dwelling on the future.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But if you stay present, just thank God for like the situation that you was in, because I know in the past you was probably praying to be in that exact same situation you are right now. You know what I mean? So
we living in answered prayers. Like today is literally an answered prayer. Like it's crazy. So just like you said, stay present. Stay present and be grateful for where you are. And be where your feet are. You know, it's good to think of the future and it's good to, you know, future plan, but at the same time, just be where your feet are. Be present in the moment, because you plan too much on the future, you miss opportunities that can be happening right now.
Pass you by.
Yeah, that's also a Bible verse. It's Matthew 6:34. It says, "For do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble on its own."
Bingo.
So it's in the Bible. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just focus on the present.
Give it to God.
Exactly. And he gonna work everything out.
That's the number one thing. Give it to God.
Yeah, I think we all fall victim of like, dang, worrying about, I want to make this. I want to make this next dollar, or I want this next job, or I want to, you know. But
it's another one too. I know. I mean,
go ahead.
We're gonna turn to church, but
Go ahead.
Romans 8:28 says, you know, for all things work for the good of those who love the Lord. You know, all things. So even like, you know, a setback, all things work good for those who love the Lord, you know, and called according to his purpose. So like,
Amen.
You know, even when you're going through some hard things, man, you just got to understand, like, this is all for my good. You know what I'm saying? It's all for my good. It's all going to work out at the end of the day. And then you just got to, you know, it's hard though. I'm not going to like it's easy, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely hard, especially like when you're doing that walk in faith, man, it's not as easy as people say. You know, they try to act like it's all, man, there's some hard days, but, you know, you keep those in your mind and everything will work out.
It was on that 85 South show. He was like, the step backs is part of the dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like them step backs is, you know, part of the overarching orchestra. The life, you know,
the choreography of life.
You know what I mean? So like,
you gotta take a few steps back, shuffle forward. So I agree with that. But yeah,
I mean, speaking of Romans and verses and things that, you know, it's my favorite verse is Romans 8:18. You know, the struggles that we go through now will not compare to the joys that we experience later.
Yes,
so,
sir. Amen.
We might be struggling about not having this dollar or not being in this position or not being in, you know, not being where we want to be. But, you know, we have no idea what God has in store for us later, you know, because I'm sure, you know, we could end up in CEO positions, owning businesses, and we have no clue what's coming. So I mean, just always just give it to God and just be thankful for where you are, and just, you know, if he opened a door for you, hit it full force, run through it, because you never know where you may end up.
Facts. But yeah, that was nice, fellas. That was good.
For sure. Sound like some seasoned vets.
I'm about to say some wise men. Like we know a thing or two.
Right.
Little something.
Nothing too crazy. But yeah, so I feel like, given that we're all we are all the same age, and we would assume that our viewers are, it's just stay grounded. It comes down to that, you know, because you'll always be chasing the next thing if you get distracted. Social media fills your head up with the idea of what your dream is, even though in all reality, those 9 out of 10 people that you see on those platforms are not living like that. They're not.
Yeah, it's just a front.
Exactly. And even if they are, it don't matter. You run your own race. So just keep that in mind. I struggle with that myself sometimes. I'm like, dang, he got this at this age? I'm like, dog. I'm like, must be nice.
You really be these contracts. Yeah. I be seeing, I be like, dang, 35 mil?
I'm like, no way. What you talking about? Like, he's 18. Make him 20 mil a year. But nah, so just stay grounded, man. Your race is for you. And you
own lane, own pace, own race. That's kind of my motto back in my track and field days, because you know, if track and field,
what's it back?
Right.
I mean,
that's like a year
and a half ago.
But I mean,
like you're 35.
I mean, in track and field, it's not really a race against other people. It's always just a race against the clock. The other people just there. They doing the same thing that you are. It's a race against the clock. So own lane, own pace, own race. You just focus on you focus on your race, and as long as you do that, you'll come out with the best outcome. Because if you sit here and try to run other people's race, you don't know what they've done in the past to be able to run this type of race, or, you know, if they're running a good race. So if you sit here and try and, you know, compare yourself to somebody else all the time, you may not end up where you need to be so that you can be successful in your life. So own lane, own pace, own race.
I like that. Now we gonna sort of loosen it back up.
I still dust y'all though. I ain't all y'all out there. I ain't
Uncle pull a hammy if you try to go that track.
I still lace them spikes up. Y'all know what it is.
But to a more casual note, we're gonna transition to the locker room. Let's talk about either sports, some city life stories, things of that nature. I'm trying to think of anything on top of the head. Let's see here. Anything new with y'all? Anything?
I got a question, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's basketball talk though, but where do y'all rank Tim Duncan all time?
Ooh.
He
top.
Because I seen the
10.
video.
He top 10.
I say top 10.
Timmy D's
Y'all
top
think
10.
he better than Kobe?
No.
It's
can't
debatable.
believe
No, you gotta look at. No, I'm saying accolades because I love Kobe. Kobe.
Oh,
probably-
accolades? What? I mean,
I'm talking about like it's a lot of things people ain't see, man. Like I saw a video and I was like, see, because I respect Tim Duncan. Like, he top 10 for sure. But
Yes.
like when people be saying he better than Kobe,
No,
so it's like I
he's
don't
not
know about
better
that.
than
But like it's
Kobe.
like when
I'm
you
saying
a lot of folks don't
Look at the Spurs
a lot of folks
teams
don't actually
that he
hold
was
him
on.
to the same standard as they do a LeBron or Kobe. Like because
he wasn't as
what was it?
flashy.
01 he averaged like 13 points on 50. Like he had a whole. I was like, like they don't be
He
holding
was
him to the
also
same.
playing with David Robinson, Tony Parker,
Yeah, he did.
So- and
probably
probably had arguably the greatest coach of all time too. So
Yeah.
He's
Timmy
he
D
said
is
a
up there.
15-time all defensive team.
Timmy D is up there.
He's
nah, he's
clamped,
definitely
bro.
nice. He's like that.
ain't Kobe like 10-time all defensive team though?
I'm
As a
not
guard.
sure.
I don't think
I'm
that
not
many.
sure.
All defensive
I
team?
know he has more than Jordan. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
does have
Oh,
more
so he
Jordan.
probably do get about close to 10.
I think he got 10, bro.
He probably do.
Probably do.
Let's see.
Timmy D got what? 5 rings? 4?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. How many?
He got 5.
Yeah.
Mr. Fundamental.
Big fundamental.
And then I remember 2011, he was a 1 seed. The Spurs.
12-time all defensive team.
That's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. He right there with him.
I remember, in 2011.
Nah.
In 2011, when the Spurs were the 1 seed, right? They lost to the Grizzlies, the 8 seed.
Yeah.
Like people don't be knowing that type of stuff.
That's a little
and
thing.
then,
I feel like
and
that's
on
not
top of
even a
that, Tim
conversation,
Duncan
bro.
averaged like what 10 points or something. Like
I feel like it's not
he
even
wasn't
a
doing
conversation,
nothing.
bro.
That was cool. I'll give him some grace on that though. That was towards the tail end of his career.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
But they crucified Kobe for
They
getting
did.
12. You know what I'm saying? Like
They did.
and then so they don't hold him to the same standard. I just was asking because I seen the video like that and I was like, a lot of folks do be blindly ranking Tim Duncan in the top 5, but don't really know.
I say top
like his
10.
I
actual.
say
He top
nah,
10.
He not top 5. He top 10 though. He not top 5 though.
Who y'all top 5?
We had this.
We had this.
Oh, y'all already did this?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
We had a top 3. We
Yeah, we had top
five.
3.
I feel like do
top
top
5
5.
is
Yeah.
LeBron, Jordan,
Kobe.
Kobe, Kareem, and then probably Shaq.
Yeah.
Kareem and then
Cause I mean, I respect Magic, but I never saw Magic play, man. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't really-
I ain't never seen Magic play. Bill Russell, I ain't see Bill Russell play. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not putting.
I'm not putting
Russell.
Bill.
Me neither.
Bill Russell not even my.
He averaged like 12 points. I can't
12
do that.
he got 11 championships. That's OD. He was playing against plumbers though. So
Yeah, it was.
Will
Like,
was
it was like. It was like
dominating him
two.
when he
It was
played
like.
him, too.
That's-
It was like 12
Will
teams of the
was
league too,
dominating.
man. When he was
yeah,
playing.
it was smaller league.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm bumping Kareem down. I'm putting Steph in that. Steph in my top 5. Steph is in my top 5. I'm sorry. To me,
I don't know.
Steph is in my top 5.
about that, brother.
I don't care. Steph is in my top 5.
Top 5.
Steph is in my top 5. Yes.
He's over
Hot
Kareem.
take.
Yes, over Kareem. I ain't seen Kareem play. I'm sorry.
I mean, all time
Steph is in my top 5.
He was an all-time leading scorer for like 30 years.
I don't care. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time.
Shout out LeBron though for
That's just me,
passing Kareem all
And
time in
field
baskets
goals.
made.
Yeah,
Field goals
field
made.
goals.
LeBron really the GOAT, man.
Yeah, man. It's
I have to put LeBron at 1.
I can't even
Jordan
lie
at
to you.
2. Kobe at 3.
Done with the 90s.
I'm doing LeBron, Kobe, Jordan.
Whoa.
You putting
I
Kobe
second
over
that.
Jordan?
Yes.
I second that.
LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. Yes, sorry.
Why we putting Kobe over Jordan if Kobe was the
I'll
Cardinals?
say this: Kobe won without a top 75 player on his team twice.
Yeah, he did.
Michael Jordan never won without Scottie Pippen. Ever.
Valid.
True.
Valid.
Very true.
Now I'm not. That's nothing to discredit him. But
gosh.
I didn't see him play also too. So
Yeah, we
obviously
going off
I'm more
our-
biased to
And
Kobe.
I was gonna say
We're
2
going
of them
off
rings
our
Jordan
lore.
won. Like he was a Watch Sixers team, not a Sixers. What's it called? Watch Pistons team.
Well, they weren't.
No, they
watched,
beat
but
that Pistons team was
Has to
nasty.
be.
They beat
Right.
the bad boy
What?
Pistons.
They,
fool.
The Jordan.
It
The
was
Jordan
the
rules.
Lakers.
Lakers,
They
yeah.
played a bad Magic team. I mean, not
A bad
old
Lakers.
Older Magic.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think they got 2 sweet ones on the.
The Pistons they played in the
honestly-
was it the conference finals?
Yeah, the Pistons was knocking them out 3
Jordan-
years.
Yeah, he
It's
lost
no
like 3
disrespect
times in a
to
row.
Kobe.
The Jordan rules.
It's no disrespect to Kobe, but I think it's like LeBron, Jordan, gap, then Kobe. That's doesn't mean I ain't gonna lie. It's a little gap.
I get what you mean. I track what you say. I won't tolerate Kobe slander though.
I'm not. It's not slander. I just like. It's not slander. I just think
I know
he's
what you mean,
comfortably
yeah.
3. Like he's not. I don't think he has a goal.
I can respect
I don't think he
that,
has a goal
yeah.
argument. That's
Yeah,
just me.
yeah, fair. Even though I think I think LeBron more so my GOAT, even with the accolades, but because the lore I witnessed.
Yeah, I seen
Exactly.
LeBron.
2018
I
LeBron.
witnessed the lore. 2018, LeBron's the greatest player ever to touch the basketball.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot lie. Especially in the
in the playoffs.
The two,
oh my
I think the conference finals and the finals, where he was averaging like 40 throughout both. I was like, Lord of mercy.
Mike did average 30 on his career, which is crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Look, 10 scorer title.
That is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike
I'm
was-
not
Look at his
even-
efficiency. It's almost 30%.
30 points per game, 50%.
He was hooping.
That's OC.
That is crazy.
Michael
bro.
Jordan
He
was
not
easily
cheap.
the greatest player of his generation.
For
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
yeah,
the shoulders
crazy.
above everybody else, for sure.
That is crazy.
And that's back when they weren't even
Then
using
he
threes
won.
like
Then
that.
he won MVP, Finals MVP, and DPOY all in the same year.
Yeah, I seen that. That is wacky.
But they
That's a
used to
guard.
hate Kobe out on his MVPs. Ain't
Yeah.
no way Steve Nash should have won MVP.
Man.
He
Then
was
they got
averaging
LeBron, too.
35
And
in
then when I say
2006.
when James Harden won his MVP.
Yeah. Oh no, James Harden went crazy that year.
Oh,
He said
I
James
can't
Harden
go
should have won MVP against who?
He's telling. I
Over
said
Bron in
they took a few MVPs from Bron, but that James Harden was valid.
That
He was
James Harden was valid.
crazy.
Steve Nash was averaging like 18 points. Kobe was averaging
Yeah.
35 in
Yeah.
2006.
I think it
won
was
MVP.
It was voters
Like, what?
fatigue. Fool. They done that with LeBron.
I was going to say,
And he
something
won
LeBron,
back to back
too.
too. That was
Hey,
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I might get crucified for this, but D Rose MVP. Brian had an argument that year.
That's not a crazy thing. Yeah, that's not crazy. He did have an argument. I think LeBron's had an argument.
LeBron always has an argument.
Except probably this year because he hasn't played as much. But I think he was like fifth in MVP voting last year. I think fifth or sixth, which is crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that.
It's 40.
41 now. It's crazy though, but
So we think Cooper Flag the best rookie in the NBA.
yeah.
Head and shoulders.
When it comes to all around, bro, nobody messes with me.
Flag is
Edge Coleman good too, though.
I went to Charlotte and I seen
You
buddy
crazy,
with
that boy.
3-point.
That boy is
he's
hard.
that-
Nice.
That boy nice.
That boy is the reincarnation of Kyle
He's
Korver.
spraying
No
that
cap.
thing.
Hey,
bro. I ain't gonna
that
lie.
Hornets team?
Yeah, they
Bro,
nice.
they-
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Aren't they above?
Bro, they're
Or
like,
right at 500 now?
they're like 20 and
Yeah,
2
and it's-
in the past 22
That-
games.
And it's clear. It's
OC.
clear that Brandon Miller is their best player. That's
Oh
their
yeah,
best
for
player.
sure.
It's
I
clear.
could have
It's
talked. Well,
clear.
I don't know. It's
No, it's
between
clear.
him
Roll
and
Tide.
LaMelo.
No, Melo.
Alabama
No, bro.
alone.
Melo was
Brandon
beat.
Miller.
When I saw like Melo when he get hot, but like as a game, like as a player, like he'll be throwing up BS, bro. Like he was throwing up BS the whole
That's
time.
That's how you play, though.
He been doing that since high school.
Yeah.
But
That's how you
Brandon
play,
Miller
though.
really be hooping though. Like he
Yeah.
really is hooping the whole time.
Brandon
like,
Miller got a cold mid-range game. I noticed that.
He had like 5 threes when I seen
He's
him.
cold. Brandon
like
Miller's
that at
cold.
Bama.
Yeah, he's
Roll Tide. He been like that.
he's cold.
And then Miles Bridges is nice too.
Yeah, I remember when
Bridges is nice, man.
I ain't trying to bring up nothing dark, but when Brandon Miller got caught up in that stuff,
I was just about to say that.
I was like, no way, that was crazy.
I was gonna say what happened. Then it was like
It was another team.
he drove the boy?
Yeah,
Or
it was
like
another
some- yeah.
teammate.
Wasn't it his firearm?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I think did he give it to him too? I was
it was
He
something
was like,
crazy.
get it out of his
He
car.
Yeah,
did.
something like that.
He gave it to him.
Exactly. He got out of his car, gave it.
I was gonna say,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
He federal. But nah,
way,
the
he
story goes. I think they were on the strip, weren't they?
I was there. Yes, they were on the strip. Yes.
You was there when it happened.
All right, now.
No.
Let's not reopen no cases.
I was on the strip. Like I was
so-
within like
Hearing distance.
Yes.
You heard the shots?
yes.
Oh boy, that would have been intimidating too. I've been moving, but basically,
I mean, I was on one side of the strip and they were on the other, so it's not like I knew what was going on. I was walking in this direction and they were going in that
I'd have been
direction.
sauce.
man.
I'd have been out of there. Boy.
and so basically, doesn't the story go? He got the gun out of Brandon Miller's car or something because he rode with him or something, or he brought the gun to him. Oh no, yeah.
I was gonna say,
he
so
brought
I forgot what happened,
something
but
crazy.
he was an accomplice though. That's all I know.
That's what they're trying to put.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but he beat the case, so that's all that
That's
matters.
all that matters. Yeah, now he hooping.
The other dude didn't know. He got
He got capital murder
various
charges.
I'm
times.
already
Yeah.
knowing.
He
Capital.
was a hooper too.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Sad.
It's sad, but
I mean, it's sad for that young lady too.
Yeah.
My boy Freak, sad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's one thing too. Like, if you blessed enough, if God bless you in a situation like that to go to the next level, or just give you something like that, like just being a D1 football player, even just you know what I mean, just having the opportunity, don't tarnish it. You know what I mean? Doing no dumb shit.
wasted. You saying?
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Especially as black men. Or I feel like that's at least what they put in front of our eyes.
Yeah,
That we
yeah.
the main ones who, be
Throwing
messing up our
opportunities.
opportunities away. Yeah, you know what I mean? But just all y'all young fellas out there, bro, and especially I be telling my kids this in common ground, I talked about in the last episode. because they all athletes. We in Alabama, like they cold. Yeah. But they all, they got an opportunity to go to the next level. So I'm just like, leave that thug stuff alone, bro. You know what I mean? God calling you to do something greater than this. So like, don't throw it away.
Yeah. I just feel like what happens is people, got their idea of who they want to be, how they want to be, hard, tough, however that's described. You feel what I'm saying? So they feel like they got to prove it to either themselves or somebody else. They got to.
Like Terry and Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get that. I'm glad you mentioned that. What y'all think about that? Y'all think that's valid or no?
But
so like he got robbed.
Spun the block.
But it's like he got robbed. So instead of calling the cops, him and his homeboys, they captured somebody. Yeah,
and they pistol.
They
said they set the dude up. They like set him up to like think he was doing something else. They kidnapped him.
Yes, and they pistol whipped.
That's what I'm saying. And they gave his stuff back.
I think he actually did call the cops, and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay, at least he tried that.
I think it was that he got robbed twice. Yeah, he got robbed twies. Yeah, and then I think he called the police the first time, and then I don't think too much happened. So then TA just.
I mean, as a professional athlete, it's like things you can't do. But I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't get the logic because I get the logic.
I get the logic.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna handle this myself. Especially if you got the means.
If you're not zagging,
he got the money and the ability. He probably got connections in Florida or wherever he was at. I think he's from Florida, right?
Yeah, he's from Florida.
I think didn't it happen in Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Wherever it happened, but I'm sure he got connections wherever he at. So he's like, hey, I know so and so took my stuff, and so. Not that that's the right answer by any means at all, but I get the logic. But yeah, when you're to get back to the main to get back to the main point, it's just like when you're in a position where God has blessed you, it's apparent that you have an opportunity that 99% of people don't tarnish it because you got to prove a point because you got to live a certain way.
Trying to look cool.
Exactly. Right, at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one that got to deal with it, not your friends or people that look up to you and think, oh, I want to be like. No, that you got to deal with it.
And now I'm pretty sure TA is suspended.
Probably so, yeah. I don't doubt it.
All to prove what? You could have bought all that stuff.
Exactly.
Again,
you know what I mean? Where it's just
exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
I think it was they stole like I think an $80,000 necklace.
They stole some money though.
They stole. I think it was $100K.
Yeah, $100K in cash.
An $80,000 necklace, and I think it was an NFL issued cell phone.
Once again, I would say I get the principle. So
yeah,
the boy spun the block.
Yeah.
Trying to think. That is crazy though.
TA funny.
They said he pistol whipped. I wonder why they include that detail. They had to include that detail
because they try to always make us look aggressive as black men, bro. Like,
of course they put that out.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He pistol whipped them. Okay, bro, we had to know that. Huh?
Right. I do want to give a shout out to my boy Caleb McRae. He just ran 44.52 indoor world record holder, American record holder. Shout out my boy K Mac. Former Alabama alum. That's my boy, my guy. And shout out Samuel Ogazi. He just won the SEC championship in the 400, 44.72, broke Alabama school record, and it's I think it's an African record as well. So shout out my boy Ogazi. Shout out my boy K Mac.
It's good stuff.
Doing y'all, bro.
Right. Shout out Corey Chapman, our brother who's usually on the podcast. I know we did last time, but just to update for y'all, he's doing really well at camp for the Louisville Kingdom, which is a new UFL team. So shout out again to our brother who is balling out there. Hopefully, he continues to take that leverage and that momentum into the games. That is so. But yeah,
the season start like in 2 weeks, don't it?
It's soon. Yeah, I think this month, starting March. So we'll be tuning in to watch our brother play.
Definitely.
I don't know what channel. I think it's on Fox actually.
For real?
I think the UFL comes on Fox.
Okay, that's what's up.
But one of those major networks. So we'll be tuning.
We're gonna have it all included.
Exactly.
Yeah,
don't worry. We're gonna have it ready. Mm-hmm. It's on Fox, FS1, ABC, ESPN, ESPN2.
Oh, and my bad. One more shout out. Shout out my boy Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson and Caleb McRae just both made the USA World Team to go compete at World Indoors in Poland in a couple months. So shout out my guys. Shout out my guys.
But I think we're gonna transition to one of the last segments of the podcast today called Coach Talk, which we've already been sort of including that throughout the episode, that is. But when it comes to just bigger life pictures, whether that's mindset, money, confidence, whatever the case may be, relationships, I want to touch on a few things. First and foremost, when it comes to like financials, what's one thing or one practice you would have known prior that you know now? Granted, we're only 24, so
invest now. Do it now. Now. Like if you 18, do it now. Now. It's not more of what you do in the market, but how much time that you spend in the market. Because I mean, if someone that's 20 investing, putting $50 in an account every day versus someone that's 30 putting $50 in an account every day, that 20-year-old is gonna make probably 3, 4, maybe $500,000 more dollars than the person that's 30, just because they started putting in when they were 20 versus 30. So if you 15, 16, 17, whatever, invest now. Do it now. I mean, if you got 10, 20, 30, $40, put it in there now. Just do it now.
What you be investing in, JD?
Yeah.
What you be investing in?
I mean, I got a couple of things. I'm trying to max out my Roth IRA this year. I got my high yield savings account, my American Express high yield savings account, and trying to max out my Roth IRA. And I got a couple stocks that I'd be looking into. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
into like categories. You feel like like metals, electronics, AI.
I would say a little bit of AI, since it is a little bit on the rise. I would say, if you can go ahead and get into it, I would get into it. But of course, it's do your own research. Yeah. Research the companies that you want to invest in, and so it's up to you. It's up to your own preference. But if you're gonna invest in things that do compound, do it now. The quicker, the better.
I'll also say, in addition to investing, budget your money. Like, even if you ain't got the luxury of spending hundreds, thousands, or even $20 on investing, knowing how your money moves will make all the difference. So, literally taking the time to look at, as you want to say, the numbers, just see how your money flows. Just because at the end of the day, we all know we got habits that we feed into. So, just pinpointing those and seeing, like, how you want to move accordingly to get to your financial goals is huge, especially at a young age, because if you don't do it now, you'll never do it. So I still struggle myself sometimes. I'm like, hold on, I don't need this right now. Let me chill. But yeah, just making it a point to analyze your funds, because everybody in a different situation. So your income may not be as flexible as somebody else's, So don't try to get something just because, you want it or the other person has it. Be intentional with how you spend your money. And that's either investing, saving, budgeting, whatever the case may be. Just be intentional behind it. But like I said, I recommend a budget.
Credit is very important. Too. Free game. You get you a credit card, you open it up, use your credit card
as your debit
like
card.
You would use your debit card, and then pay the balance down every month or before the statement date, because then it'll show to the credit bureau that you can pay this stuff on time, and then they'll continue to give you a good score, and they'll continue to boost your score. And you can do anything with a perfect credit score. You can get any loan.
America runs on credit.
America
literally like car notes and stuff, having lower interest rates. That stuff saves you in the long run. And like JD said, like you can, if you got a great credit score, like he said, you pretty much do anything.
You can do anything.
Get you a mansion for
It doesn't matter how much money you have. Need good credit.
Exactly. That is very true.
Good credit.
That is very true.
You have to have good credit.
And also, when you use your credit card as a debit card, like these credit card companies give you incentives and rewards when you spend with them.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest benefit too. And also having that relationship with these banks, you know what I mean? Like that's really the end game. You know what I mean? Having those secret perks that that nobody really knows about when you have these good relationships with these credit companies and these banks. So
and basically, you want to keep your credit utilization very low. So like
under 30%.
Under 30%.
Yeah,
so
ideally.
You would like to, like I said, use the credit card as a debit card, and then when you get paid, pay the credit card down before the statement date, so that way the bank can see that you've used it, that you paid it off, and your usage is still up under
certain amount,
up under 30%. So try to keep your usage up under 30%. Don't go get a credit card and just
think of it as extra money.
Yeah, and just max it out. Like no. You got to be very, very intentional with it. Credit is not just free money. It's not just free money. It is money that you.
I wish.
Did you?
Right.
But yeah, credit is not just free money. You're going to have to pay that back in some way, shape, or form. And if you don't pay it back, it will negatively impact your credit score. Yo. And you won't be able to do jack squat. Slope. You ain't going to get no car. You ain't going to get no loan. You ain't going to get no house. The bank ain't going to be able to trust you with nothing. And it's a lot harder to get your credit score up than it is to keep it up. So once you get a credit card and you have that good score, it's better for you to keep it up than for it to get down and you have to get it back up, because it's a lot harder to get it back up than it is to keep it up. So there you go. That's my little 2 cents on
Say I ain't no finance connoisseur or guru, so like I ain't got too much to say about it. But I just keep it simple. You know what I mean?
That
like
is my major. So
build your credit up, use your credit card as your debit card, invest early. And if you're gonna spend money, I feel like the best money you can spend is stuff that you're gonna get a return on. So property, right? Or also, even people don't really think about this, but we was talking about it early, just like your appearance, your clothes, you know what I mean? Investing in quality clothes that's gonna last a long time. Yeah. You know, these small things are investments. So if you are gonna spend your money, spend your money exactly. Have value in what you're gonna spend your money in. So
and when it comes to spending money on certain things, like if you want to buy yourself something nice, if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it.
Facts.
So if you got $500 in your account and these Jordans cost $320, you can't buy
Hold
them.
it, fool.
Don't buy them.
Hold on to it, fool.
Don't buy them.
I was gonna say I wish I could have told my under 21-year-old self that.
Man.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If I had it, I'd be like, yeah, I'm finna.
I did that for still to this day. I'm like, shoot, my paycheck my paycheck.
I'll be all right for a couple of days.
I'll make it work.
I can make it work.
I'll make it happen.
Facts. Don't lend out what you need back. Like if you know you got bills coming up, but one of your homeboys need $30, you got to be like, hey, fam.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I got rent coming
if you with or like close to somebody, you can tell them that. I know if like we ain't got it, we cover each other. We be like, don't even worry about food. We be like at the end of the day, be real with yourself, be real with your peoples, because that's all you need to be real with. It don't matter what anybody else thinks.
That is very true.
And like Seth said earlier, you gotta budget your money, because even the small purchases will add up.
Man,
not saying that you can't go spend the $5 on the coffee or the $10 here, but just be mindful of those purchases, because they do add up.
I ain't gonna lie. Something I noticed. Do y'all eat out lunch a lot, like at work?
I try my best to cook.
I
was gonna say, like, I be having my phases. Like, I'll do real good, and then like for a month or two, bro, I'll just be eating out all the time. I need to stay.
Bro, I noticed that. Like there'll be periods where I'll just go back and look. I'm like, damn. I said, no way. I'm like, hundreds of dollars.
Nah, for real.
It don't seem like that much at the time.
But it's like
DoorDash, that
restaurant,
man,
Chick-fil-A, man, a little 20 here.
Especially, think about it. If you did it twice a day, like for lunch and dinner. Let's say you don't feel like cooking that night. You want lunch and dinner. That's $40-$50 a day.
That is
not to mention if you got a girl that you pick up lunch for once or twice a day, that double that. So
I was gonna say, yeah, especially in this day and age too. It's kind of messed up, but I feel like it's true. Don't be out here trying to get no women and you ain't got no money in your pocket.
Facts.
I'm being for real, like for real, man. Yeah. Like get yourself straight before you trying to go attack these women.
On that note,
you can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of no woman.
I had to come to Jesus with myself and my girlfriend. I was like, hold on. I was like, I don't mind spending like a certain amount on certain things, but I was like, at the end of the day, look at where we both are in life. Like, I'm 24, you 24. There shouldn't be no reason why I'm spending this much out of so and so and so. And she is really understandable. It's reasonable. But she's like, that's fair.
And that's a good woman right there.
Exactly. Feel me? So like, at the end of the day, you got to keep it real with yourself, your woman, like your situation. Shouldn't be compromised based on what you see as the norm in society. So, in other words, just be real. Be
real with your situation.
Know what you need for yourself. Know what your partner has to respect. So,
me and my girl the same way, bro. Like, we had to sit down. You know what I mean? It was like we spent too much money doing this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, she'll realize too. Like, hey, like I'll take care of this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She realizes I'm not where I want to be ultimately.
Exactly.
Like you said, I'm only 24 years old.
We got to build.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like car note, rent. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you still got stuff and responsibilities you got to take care of. So like. And that's how you know, too, young men out there, like, you got a good woman on your hand.
Yeah.
She not really pressing on you. She understands the situation.
Your money, yeah.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And she willing to grow with you and stick with you in those situations.
Most definitely.
You got a good woman on your hand, man.
Yeah, so.
Free game for all my boys that's still in college and might be coming out of college real soon. If you can go live with your folks,
Indubitably.
go live with your folks, bro.
Do it.
I know it's hard, bro. I know your mama gonna get on your nerves. Your daddy, I know they gonna get on your nerves. But look, the amount of money that you can save at the house with no bill, because look, living on your own is expensive. Rent, power, water, gas, electricity, like on top of a car note, car insurance,
Tissue,
health insurance.
That tissue threw me
Still
off
gotta
guard.
eat after all that.
Yeah,
so,
Like, and then you want to try and have some spending money after that. You still want to go get some? No, bro. Go stay at the house, bro. I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's hard. Like I said, your parents gonna get on your nerves. They probably gonna be on your butt all the time. But look, just thug it out for maybe a year, 2, 3, save up, a good $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And then possibly, depending on how much money you make in that certain situation or whatever, depending on your finances, then possibly think about going and getting yourself a crib. But if you can go save money, save up 10, 20, 30K, it's a head start over about 90% of other kids.
99.9. But what? Like what you see on social media, bro, like you said, it's only a small glimpse of like what's really going on out here. Like folks really ain't got to
They're
like
not
that.
living like that.
Yeah, man. Or like if they all got their own apartment somewhere, you know what I mean? Usually they have somebody helping them out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't know the full story behind it.
They showing you what
they might
want
be
you
that
to
blessed
see.
too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it's really
People
rare.
showing you what they want you to see. It's not as glamorous.
Yes, and people not gonna put a negative foot forward. They're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, my mama helped me with this." No.
Exactly.
So, if you can, go live with your folks, develop some patience, stick it out, and go stay with your peoples. It's gonna test you, but trust me.
I know more people staying at home now who's staying at. You know what I mean?
The financial gain that you can have, because like I said, you'll have the money to invest. You'll have the money to, if you got a credit card and let's say you go a little willy nilly on this month and you go spend $1,500. Say if you can pay it off a whole lot easier than if you were trying to juggle bills, juggle rent, juggle groceries, juggle this, that, and the third. So just saying, free game. If you are in a position to go stay with your folks and work and save up some money, go do it. Go do it. That's my advice. Even though it's like I said, it's rough. It's rough. It ain't too bad though. Mama, I do love you. You do provide for me. I am grateful. It's just sometimes you do get on my nerves a little bit. I do love you though. I love you. We getting right.
Yeah, so
Shout out my Dukes.
this is what I'll sort of deem as a mini segment. We won't do it every week, but just a preliminary title would be No Cap Finance, where you get the straight to the point, unfiltered financial talk. Like I said, it won't be every week, but give you an idea of our perspective on, how to move accordingly in this pivotal age. Is there any other takes on finances?
No. I ain't no finance guru for real, man.
I would say you need to have multiple accounts. You need to have you a checking account. You need to have you just a regular savings. You need to have a high yield savings, and you need to start planning for retirement now. Because like I said, the more you invest, the more time you spend in the market, the more money you'll have at the end of the market.
I will say though, there is a caveat. Don't feel like you're behind if you don't have a Roth right now, because it is early, but. To this point, the sooner you start, the sooner you can finish. So
The sooner-
it's double edged sword.
The sooner the better.
Yeah,
The
for
sooner the better. And one more thing that I would say is what was I thinking? If you do go get you a high yield savings account, probably go get you one with probably about a good 3.5% APY.
In simple terms, what a high yield savings account is, it's a regular savings account, but it gives you money for
It gives
banking
you
with
a
them.
lot more in return on your investment than it would if you would just put in a regular savings account.
In other words, they give you money for banking with them. They literally, based on how much is in your account, they'll give you a percentage of that yearly.
So majority of your savings account, like I bank with Wells Fargo. A Wells Fargo savings account has maybe like a 0.75, maybe a 1.0 APY.
Yeah, I say small.
So it's not like if you got $1,000 in there, if you leave it there for the entire year, you'll maybe get $100 of it back.
If that. Nah.
So like, but with
10%. That's high.
Dang, you're right. My fault.
That's 1%. My fault. 1%. That's
Yeah. So like you might get some of it back, but 3.0, 3.3, 3.5. You get one of them, and you put your money in there and just
bigger portion.
Let it sit. Just let it sit. That need to be money that you don't touch. They need to be your emergency fund money.
Yeah. My advice is have a recurring like investment that you don't think about goes into their weekly. So it's just stacks.
I do that.
Yeah. So get you one of those. Have even if it's $5 a week. You know what I'm saying? It's something you don't think about, and it'll just go in that account. You won't even think about it. And you just over time it'll get larger. Obviously it'll compound. But just tips. But
when you do get your paycheck, don't save the money that you have at the end of the paycheck. Save first. Like the first thing that you do with your money need to be
put that chunk of change away.
Put the chunk of change into the savings account. I'm gonna save this much and I'm gonna invest this much. Don't do it after you done spent all of your money and you got $50 and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll put this little $50 in my savings account. No, if you can do it first, then once you do that, then you have your spending money and then you can allocate towards bills and groceries and whatever. But save and invest first.
I was gonna say with that, really save, because I was in a situation recently, like I was out of job for almost like 3 months now. And if I wasn't smart with my money, discipline, you know what I mean, just putting that chunk of change away, periodically, it grows over time, you know what I mean? Like, don't even look at it. Like, just put a little bit away, like JD was saying at the beginning of your paycheck, and it's going to save you in the long run, because you never know, like, when that income really going to stop flowing. It could be
an emergency
anything.
Fund.
Exactly. It could be anything.
Emergency
you know
fund.
what I mean? So
do your best to try and get, 3 to 6 months. Because, like you said, he was out of a job for 3 months.
Exactly.
So, if he didn't have that money, he would.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So.
But yeah, and so one more thing we're going to pivot to is about mindset, which is low-key an epidemic these days with young men and mental health. Too often we've seen, especially recently, a spike in, suicidal behavior or suicides, put plainly.
Rondell
Moore. We saw Lil Papa, the rapper. A plethora of others, on the daily who suffer from mental health and succumb to it, which is, not the answer. I'm not a psychiatrist by any means, but I do know that at the end of the day, don't make a permanent decision for a temporary moment, for a temporary feeling, for a temporary
fix.
Exactly. Well, temporary feeling you're going through, even though it may seem unsurmountable. You know what I'm saying?
Therapy is okay.
Sure
it's okay to go to therapy and go talk to somebody. It's okay.
I would say even if you don't feel comfortable, find somebody you can vent to, whether it's family, friends, peers, whatever the case may be. Find somebody that is a safe place for you. So it's just in this era where it's so taboo to talk about how you feel, you know what I'm saying, where you get the stigma of being soft or whatever, which, is ridiculous in itself. But nonetheless, we're here to let you know that it's okay to
not be okay.
Exactly.
It is okay to not be okay. You're not always going to be okay every single day of your life. Like Jesus wasn't even okay every single day of his life, and that's he was a perfect man. So how can we expect to be okay in every single day of our life? Like, no. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be going through things, and it's okay to go talk to somebody about these things. You're not gonna. Who cares if someone calls you soft for talking about your problems? These are your problems. This is your life. You do what you need to do to take care of yourself in your life. And if that's go talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. If that's talk to your homeboys, talk to your homeboys. If that's talk to your mama, your dad, whoever, go talk to somebody. Don't sit here and keep all your problems in and just think, I can only figure this out by myself and I got to do this by myself. And no, that's what depressed people do, is isolate themselves, and they try to figure it out all on their own when it's not necessary. So build you a community, have you a community, and it takes a village. Like my mom always said, it takes a village to raise a child. So it takes a village to continue to sustain somebody. Even if you're an adult, it takes a village. Adults have problems too, and adults have to talk out problems too. So don't keep it in.
Anybody else got advice on the said subject?
Don't keep it in.
As a man, the world teaches you to just thug it out, toughen up. Don't do that, man. I ain't gonna lie. You got to let your problems out. You can't keep everything bottled up inside of you because eventually it's gonna corrupt you and destroy you. So,
and it'll come out in other ways. It'll come
Exactly.
out in
For sure.
you lashing out in anger. It'll come out in you know, you might spaz out and hit somebody. You but all because you bottled up these problems from way back when. So it'll come out in different ways.
You'll start losing sight of yourself.
Be a totally different person.
And on the contrary to that, when it comes to mindset, like what's one way you stay motivated, or like what's one thing that keeps you going, even if it's something you tell yourself, if it's prayer, if it's getting to the word, whatever the case may be, what's something that keeps your engine going?
I was gonna say stay curious. I think that's just what keeps me going. Like I always want to try something new, put my hands into something new. Like I'm always studying. You know, I'm on YouTube just watching random videos, just trying to learn. You know what I mean? Just anything and everything. You know what I mean? Just because I'm just a person who wants to stay curious. So that's my motivation. That's what led me in medicine. You know what I mean? Being able to research different things, learn about you always studying, and that's why they say that's why you practice in medicine. The same thing with law. Like you're always getting new perspectives and new angles. So staying curious in my life is what has always pushed me. So yeah, that's my motivation.
Word.
And you also grow because of that too, because you're always learning. So.
I would say my motivation is just similar to yours, just the hunger with like elevating. And that's, like I said earlier, that's a slippery slope. It's a double-edged sword. It could be a pitfall because you'll never be satisfied. But at the same time, I feel like in a good way, it keeps you elevating. It keeps you wanting to excel in everything you do. So like at work, just seeing how I could make a connection or like learn something that somebody else doesn't know, or, have an idea of where I want this path that I'm currently on to take me. Just having something to, keep me going, if you will. Just finding something to keep that engine going. Even though I think Eli said this a while ago, like motivation right now is about discipline. So yeah. I try to stick to that too. So having a routine, I'm big on routine. And when I get out of it, I get a little cranky. Me too. Because my girlfriend, she's a little more like go with the flow. Me, I'm just like, I got to be here by this time, get this done by this time. But at the same time, I'm reasonable. I like to have fun and, just go with the flow a lot of times too. But discipline, like Eli said, is the engine that drives you. So, but yeah, that's what I try to stick to keep me motivated, to keep me going.
I would say, my motivation would probably just be my parents. But really, the life that my parents gave me, the childhood that my parents gave me. I'm very grateful for it. They gave me a childhood to where I only had to really focus on two things, was school and sports. Like I never had to worry about where money was coming from or anything of that nature. So my motivation is to get myself to a point where I can provide for my future family the way that my family provided for me. So, and always just trusting in the Lord and understanding that it gets greater later. So, it might be hard right now, but we all go through trials and tribulations, and it gets greater later. But my goal is to be able to provide for my family comfortably, and that keeps me going. It leaves me in the future a lot, but I do try to remain present as much as possible. But yeah, just trying to give the life that my parents gave me, because it was a great life. I can't complain. I really can't. I grew up in a 2-parent household. I really got anything that I ever wanted. Might call me spoiled. I am a little bit spoiled. I mean, it is what it is. But just trying to be like them. That's really it. They set the example for me, and I'm really just trying to be like them, honestly.
Yeah, my motivation is to go off what he said. My parents, they worked very hard because they didn't have it. They didn't start out this. Yeah. So, and also, I know I said comparison is the biggest thief of joy, but you have to sometimes compare yourself to people that don't have. So a lot of people will wish they're in the position that you're in right now. Facts. And you can't take that for granted. That's the driving motivating factor for me. I have the opportunity to do something. A lot of people just want to live. A lot of people just are trying to get by. That's just my grinding factor and all that. And like you said, my parents, they gave me a great life and all that. So who am I to tarnish that by just settling short?
Facts. Paying it forward.
Y'all?
I mean, probably my faith, honestly, right now. It's the one thing that grounds you every single day. So
Facts.
that's all it is.
But young men, young women out there, y'all do need to find you a goal. Find you something that's important to you. Find out your why. Find out, why you want to be, because of course everyone wants to be successful in life, but why do you want to be successful?
Exactly.
Why, like, what is it that you want to do with the success? Like that you
gotta attach an emotion to it almost. Like you gotta
be bigger than just the sake of it.
It gotta be bigger than you. You know what I mean? Like what? Also, like, is it contributing to the whole of like society? You know what I mean? I feel like, are you giving back? Are you contributing? Are you moving, propelling us forward? You know what I mean? I feel like when you figure out where you play into all that, and maybe you never will. I feel like, people are walking on this earth, 50, 60, advancing age, and still don't know exactly what their purpose is. You know what I mean? But as long as, you keep that positive outlook and that positive hunger, and you just necessarily just have a reason why that's bigger than you, ultimately you'll figure out your way and you'll find out.
But yeah, just find that why and let that why be your driving force. If you got to, daily affirmations, if you got to put it on a sticky note in the mirror and read it out loud to yourself every day, then do that.
So what's like? Yeah, I was like, is that a good talk about? Like, what tidbits do y'all do like every day that like keeps y'all grounded, keeps y'all in like a positive headspace? You know what I mean? For me, I know I meditate every single day.
Pray every day, every night at the very least. I know. I wish I prayed more, to be honest. I wish I prayed more, to be honest.
That too.
But just like in routine, I don't know. I'm just big on routine. I say all the time, I like to work out and stuff like that. So find what works for you is my advice.
Yeah. But for me, some tidbits. It was just like you said, prayer, daily, getting in my word, and I got my dad on my lock screen, so always looking at that, always reminding, what's my motivation. He's always been my motivation, so just keeping that is what I look at every single day, and just have to remember my why, and he's my why. So,
for sure.
Any closing remarks or topics to discuss?
That was everything. Yeah, I was gonna say. Got too much.
Touched a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did. Probably had to cut out. This would be a little shorter episode because we're at an hour.
Oh yeah, we'll cut out like all the fluff.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
But in conclusion, thank y'all for tuning in. We switched the vibe up. We got some more segments coming to the channel. As you know, we introduced sort of a little segue into one of the segments called No Cap Finance. We'll be doing like fit check days. This is not really a fit check day, but just giving y'all a different vibe, letting y'all see us more than just a streetwear. You feel me?
We can switch it up.
We're bigger. We're bigger than
clean
that.
up.
We could,
We can clean up a little bit.
we're multidimensional. So we can clean up a little bit. But once again, thank you for tuning in to the Forgecast.
Shout out Content Factory.
Shout out Content Factory. We'll keep y'all updated on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the socials, TikTok. Tune in on TikTok if you haven't already. We'll post clips there as well. But there's more coming. We're going to be more consistent. So thank you. Peace and blessings. You got one thing to say?
No, just all glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He's the head of my life.
And remember, stay forged.
Stay forward.